Hi there. I thought that for this first lesson, I'd give just kind of a brief overview of the concept of strategy and a little introduction to the term and where we're headed as we move through this lesson and the course. So, here we go. When you talk about the concept of strategy and business, it's pervasive. We're always talking about this or that strategy of a business, how this or that firm is competing. Um, you hear it all the time in conversations, you see it in articles and books. But the reality is that when people are talking and using the term strategy, they are very often using the same word to describe different things. You'll see this as you go through the book. In chapter one, Grant talks a little bit about the different ways that strategy is used. If you're interested, you might also check out an article that I have posted in the readings folder by a guy named Henry Mintzberg, a longtime management scholar, writer, researcher, where he talks about the 5 P's of strategy: plan, ploy, pattern, position, and perspective. That give lots of different examples of how strategy, the term is used, and where it can be helpful and where not. Oh, it is important, though, to really understand the different conceptions of strategy so that you can uh, make an informed judgment when you're reading something or hearing something, and perhaps ask someone to pause and say, wait, what do you mean when you say their strategy? Or a business's strategy, Microsoft strategy, Netflix strategy, whatever it may be. Um, as we go through the readings for this week, the chapter, the lessons, there's a video that will follow from Michael Porter talking about the notion of strategy. Make sure you really think about the different ways that that the term is used. In addition, then, in my lessons, I think it's important for us to come to a common understanding of how we're going to use the term in this class. Not the only way that strategy could be used. Heck, I wouldn't even argue it's necessarily the best way. I think it is a good way, but I don't know whether it's the best. But it's important that when we say strategy, we know what we're talking about and that we're all kind of on the same page with it. So, in addition to looking at kind of the broad overview and the different ways that strategy is used, we're also going to try to reach a consensus on this is how we are going to use it in this class. So, take a look at the chapter if you have not already done so. Take the quiz, come back, look at our lessons, and then we'll end up with a little discussion on the notion of strategy as a way to kind of kick off this first lesson.